Fluxpools.net would like to announce a new weekly lottery for loyal miners that support their project. As you might already know, Fluxpools is operated by the people from the Flux team as they want to provide a safe and transparent mining experience. While the Flux project does not take directly from the pool, they do give a portion of the fees back to the Flux project because they understand that both the project and the miners are what makes this pool possible. Fluxpools has given away nearly 5,000 Flux a month back to miners. The new Flux lottery gives 5 lucky winners $50 each in Flux each week when you have a 95% uptime on your rig. There will also be a bi-weekly winner who maintains 99.5% uptime. That winner will receive 1.7 kilosouls of hash rate for 48 hours to their wallet. Fluxpools has also announced a 0% mining fee and 1% parallel asset fee forever. This on top of the weekly loyalty program. You can also earn up to 3 Flux per week. That giveaway prize will be sent directly to the mining address and nowhere else. Furthermore, Fluxpools.net has just launched a Neoxa pool with a miner loyalty program where you can earn up to 1,000 Neoxa for up to 1 gigahash each week with 0% mining fee for the first 30 days. Please do not mine directly to an exchange as your rewards may be lost as a result. Come see why Fluxpools.net is a great place to mine. What's up, guys? It's your boy Mike, Hot Crypto. Today I got my boy Yeti. I'm going to bring him in a second. We're going to talk about hosting facilities and why a lot of these guys are going bankrupt. Obviously, you guys know we have a hosting facility. We're expanding into a data center. So I guess this is a good time because we're going to learn from these people's mistakes. So I'm going to bring Yeti in. Let's see what Yeti's opinion is on the matter because he has a lot of experience dealing with data centers and what may be the issue. So let's do it. Yeti, what's up, bro? What's going on? How's everything across the pond, my brother?
Yeah, not too bad, man. I've just getting over a bad bout of food poisoning, but other than that, I'm all right.
Nice.
Doing well.
Nice. So, as you guys know, Yeti is involved with the new company called Terra Hosting. It's me, Yeti, the Mining King, and GPU Risers. Yeti is the Chief Technical Officer for our new company, which, you know, in our community gives a lot of people confidence because it's a company built by the mining community and we involve everybody, right? We involve people in our decisions. We try to bring people in and ask them their advice. The new facility is on the way. We're just working on finalizing the lease and then we're going to move into a 4 megawatt facility. So anyway, Yeti, I wanted to talk to you because you have a lot of knowledge in this and I'm still very green in this. Why do you think a lot of these hosting facilities, why do you think they're closing their doors?
A lot of it could be as simple as that they've overextended themselves or gone through some sort of expansion phase right at the worst possible time, you know, one being the merge. Then you've got the downturn in all the markets.
Right.
You know, all of that could contribute to them suddenly going, oh, we've overextended. I mean, we looked the other day at data centers that are actually available to go and buy, ready built.
Right.
Like millions and millions of dollars been spent on them. And they're up for comparatively cheap money.
Right. I remember you said there was one that was like $6 million and now they lowered the price to $2.5 million or they're renting it for like 25 grand a month. That's insane. I think a lot of people thought the gravy train was going to last forever and it didn't, right? Yeti, I'm going to pull up an article that I found and I want to see what you think about it. Let's see here. Okay. So here's an interesting article I found. Bitcoin miner Core Scientific says it may seek bankruptcy. We're starting to see this a lot. Like, a lot of these companies are going bankrupt. I mean, this was supposedly one of the bigger ones. I know Son of a Tech was talking about this earlier today on his morning show that he finally brought back, which I'm super excited about. Guys, check out Son of a Tech. The morning show is awesome. But I mean, think about this. Shares of Core Scientific dropped 78% on Thursday. Yeti, do you think people are just giving up on these mining companies? I mean, are investors going to start pulling their money from it? What do you think?
Well, I guess with a lot of other things going on in the world right now, you know, cost of living being a big one.
Right.
You know, your small time investors, they've almost dried up because people don't have that spare little bit of cash to go and invest, you know, $50 in crypto or with a crypto specific company that then goes and generates you more. So, you know, the smaller people have all reined it in. Well, you'd be surprised, but you're probably be finding that they're over 50% of their regular monthly incomes are coming from those small time investors that are building up their pots over time.
Right.
And you know, when a market's the way it is at the moment, and that's not just crypto, it's stocks, it's all sorts at the moment.
Right.
You know, everyone's got a lot of cold feet at the moment to go invest in even the smallest amount of money.
It's insane because I'm sitting here looking at it and I'm going, okay, we're starting a data center. We're going like full bore with it, right? What mistakes do you think these guys made that we don't want to make, right? And I want to do this. The reason why I'm asking this is because I want to give my viewers and potential customers the confidence knowing that, hey, these guys aren't, you know, going to be messing around and they're not just going to take my equipment. I, as CEO of Terra, and guys, when I mean CEO, I don't mean the boss. Everybody's got equal voting rights in our company. These are just titles. The last thing I want to do is make somebody feel uncomfortable. Like, for example, I had a customer, he called me, he says, listen, I went with a previous hosting facility. They went out of business. They took all my hardware. Like, and he had no recourse because he was in another country and they just made off with all his GPUs.
Yeah.
But now he's hosting with me and like, I do everything I can to make these people feel comfortable. But Yeti, what do you think? Do you know, what would you say to people right now that are thinking about hosting, but they're worried about people maybe running off with their equipment?
So we've discussed this for hours on length, to make sure that if ever there was anything bad to happen, the customer doesn't lose their stuff, right? That was one of the guiding principles that all four of us agreed on.
Yes, it is.
Like, straight from the get-go, no one, regardless of what happens, can lose their equipment.
Right.
Because that's unacceptable.
Right.
To all four of us, it's unacceptable.
I agree. I don't want people to feel that, you know, we're out in the community, right? We put ourselves out there, like YouTube channels, like we're trying to grow brands and stuff. We're trying to build our stuff. And I tell people, like I told this one guy, I said, listen, man, I have a lot to lose. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I've worked really hard to get into this community. I'm not going to ruin it for a rig of 3070s.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like it's just ridiculous. Like, so, you know, and I know I take pictures of the rigs. Like we're even thinking about doing a live feed. We talked about that at the new facility for customers, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Yep. And we want to target, we're going to go after Europe a lot because I can't believe what some of these people are paying, Yeti. I mean,
oh my God, ours is about to go up again.
It's insane.
In April.
It's insane what these guys are paying.
So originally, our Prime Minister that we had for 45 days, she announced that we were going to lock in the price tariff at a maximum threshold for 2 years. Since we've had a new Prime Minister, they've reined back that till April. They can't guarantee it at the moment due to budget constraints and so forth that they can lock it in any further than April.
Right.
So that doesn't mean that they won't in April. Times might be different by then, but at the moment they can only guarantee it. So we might see another price hike.
Unbelievable.
Which would probably put us over 50 cents a kilowatt.
Jeez, I know some people in Europe were paying over 60 cents, and you know. I want everybody to know that we have an outlet to get units to the United States. Okay, so right now we're at 14 cents a kilowatt for GPUs, but once we hit a megawatt at the new facility, we go into a different tier as far as price, and we're gonna probably bring that down to like 11.50. So it's probably gonna be right around that price. You know what I mean? And we have
obviously we've still got to be able to cover our bills.
Of course.
We've got to be able to cover our bills because otherwise we can't stay open.
Right.
But we are trying to be as reasonable with the price as humanly possible. And one thing we're going to be doing is being very transparent about, you know, where the cost margins are at the time.
Right. I tell people, like, listen, you know, you got to deal with the heat. People who pay 20-30 cents, like Chump Change sent me all his rigs, and people have heard me say this 100 times, and he's going to be paying upwards of 40 cents. Now I understand the market's not profitable.
Right behind me.
Huh?
He's practically going to be right behind me for cost.
Yeah, and energy prices are soaring.
In the States right now, isn't he?
He's probably one of the highest. Yeah, he'll be one of the highest in the States. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at all these articles coming out, and I just found another one while we're talking by Forbes magazine, and Forbes has always been pretty reputable. And this says Bitcoin mining first major bankruptcy creates uncertainty for key partners, opportunity for others. I like to think that we're the others. And I'm just being honest with you, because listen, we're a smaller company starting right now, right? And you know, a lot of these guys, they get these giant capital investments, and I feel like sometimes that can work against you, like, because you got so much money to pay back. You're jumping in head first. Hey, I'm like, listen, I started as small warehouse. GPU Riser started as small warehouse. I mean, yeah, you're still in your house, you know, like with mining. And now we're gonna in the Mining King too. Like he just got like a 2 gigabit line to do nodes at his house. Like, we all kind of started small and worked out all the kinks. And I feel like a lot of these companies, they really took the hawk approach and dived right into it with millions of dollars, and investors realizing that this market is completely volatile. We understand what it is, and that's why we're taking the necessary steps to prevent closing and stuff. So
a lot of the you know, things that we've discussed about Terralight is from our own personal experiences and our own sort of wants and desires for customers.
Right.
So, you know, and we've all agreed that that customer should never lose out if we're in to blame,
right,
at all.
Of course,
you know. So we'll be making sure that if we ever have any downtime, that's all accordingly and budgeted for and reimbursed to customers,
right,
if it's over a certain threshold.
Right.
You know, we've discussed all of those kind of options. So, you know, we're trying our best to mitigate. You know,
mitigate the risk for the customer, right?
Yeah.
Like, we have to assume some risk, guys. You know what I mean? Because it's our company. You know, we're not going to sit here like listen, there was a company that I recently heard about that wanted the entire hosting charge up front. Now, I'm not going to name the company because we're not here to do that kind of thing, but it was upwards of 5 figures. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like,
it wasn't a small figure.
No, it wasn't. And I'm thinking, these are average size farms.
Yep.
Like, dude, where's the risk?
Even something like what I've got sat next to me, an Antminer X12 and an X8, right?
Right.
Just that would be quite a substantial figure with a lot of hosting providers.
It's crazy to me. Like, this company right here, we all heard about Compute North, right? 140 million in debt. 140 million. Like, that's insane.
How they managed to burn through that much money.
I mean, were they running at a loss the whole time? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean?
We've done all the figures. We've done all of the forecast projections, right?
Right.
For what we would make or be losing if we were at so many amps or so many amps or so many clients.
Right.
And they must have been, what, 0 clients?
I don't know.
To be losing that much
I don't
money?
know what they did. I think they had. This is the thing. I think some of these hosting companies, like I said earlier, they see the gravy train, and they start taking loans, and they trying to expand, and then here comes Bitcoin crashing, $40,000 down, $45,000 down.
The other one is that they could have done is they could have overpaid their workforce, given that they would have gone after some of the better people in the industry.
Right. I think
they've overpaid the workforce.
They definitely didn't move with the slow and steady approach. They kind of just rocket themselves forward.
I mean, it's took me 7 years to build my business up, and we built that completely organic without any external capital. It was just me and my business partner.
Right.
And it took 7 years.
I can't believe they have. It says here, Compute North provides hosting services for 700 million worth of equipment for some 84 mining entities. Like,
so that's 84 mining entities would be 84 farms.
84 farms, right?
I would suspect, right?
Right.
Well, that could be, 2 machines or 20,000 machines, couldn't it?
Right.
But 84 seems a bit small for a company that's 100 million in the hole.
Yeah, so they must have some really big clients with a lot of rigs.
I would think so, and it must be ASICs. It's got to be ASICs.
It's ASIC. See, then that's the thing, guys. Like, we're trying to tackle the GPU hosting problem, right?
Oh yeah.
Companies are going to force you to buy your own equipment. Companies are going to force you to buy their equipment. You know, we're not doing anything. We incentivize you to do that, but we're going to be, listen, you got an open air frame? So do we. Send me your GPUs. I'll plug them into our frame. There is a little bit of a fee that goes with that, but it's stress free. And if it doesn't work out at the end of your contract, we pack up your GPUs, we send them back to you. And that's what the deposit is for. I mean, these
don't
companies.
Get me wrong, the conundrum of open air frames is certainly giving us some challenges.
Right, as far as maintaining the heat and moving it out.
Sure.
But we have it. We got it under control.
Yep.
And, you know, it's gonna be great. And I just think it's ridiculous for these hosting companies with these terrible, terrible business models forcing people to buy their stuff. I understand that's where the money's at. But in a market like this, to have that kind of business model, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. And not just on the ASIC side, because people aren't gonna host ASICs and ASIC mining is more than likely not profitable. But on the GPU hosting side, why would I'm thinking of it like myself, guys, and this is how we built our business, right? And mind you, there's two other people involved, but this is how we all talk, and this is our thought process on it. We're all crypto miners. Why would we pay to buy more equipment than what we already have in a bear market, but we still want to mine? I would just say, hey, like if Yeti was my customer, I would say, hey, Yeti, listen, here's a year contract. This is what you pay. Hey, here's a small $150 deposit for your spot, right? Send me your equipment. I'll plug you in. I'll bill you the first month. That's how it should go. Get these mining companies that are just asking for all this money up front, and they're assuming no risk. Guys, we're assuming the risk. Why? Because
the other big
we believe in
scary bit with doing upfront payments. All right, so you get like a big boatload of cash, right?
Right.
You burn through that cash. That customer for that year that's just paid you is now costing you as a company because they're not bringing in a monthly return.
Right. It sounds rug pullish to me. Like they're just gonna. It sounds like a cash grab.
Backwards logic.
I know.
It's backwards logic because they think, oh well, we can put that in the bank. But what they fail to realize is when it's in the bank, you're going to burn through it quicker.
Right.
If it's coming in every month, it's almost like drip feeding your company to keep it alive, and it actually works out much better to take a monthly payment as opposed to upfront lump sums.
It's like I told one of my clients, he's in South America, and I told him, I said, he goes, hey, what's the catch? I just send you my stuff and you plug it in? Yeah. Sign a contract saying this is our agreement, shows you my obligation.
We basically supply you, if it's an entire case with all your GPUs in it, we supply a plug socket or PDU socket and a network cable.
Right.
And that's it.
And that's it. And then, hey, if you guys need help with the overclocking, we monitor everything. Yeti takes care of the majority of that. I can't tell you how many times he goes through customer rigs and he's handling overclocks, or he's saying, hey, this card is bad, contact this customer. I mean, we're on top of it, guys. Like, I have 0 rigs down right now because of issues. 0. I have 1 GPU out of a rig because the fans died. And I told the customer that I would fix it for him. Like, that's the quality that we want to offer. And, I know our hosting rates are not as good as some of the other places that charge 8-9 cents. But do you really get that personal vibe with these people? Like, for me, personally, I would pay a little extra knowing that, hey, I can call this guy, I can hit him up. There's a face to it. I can hit him up if there's a question or I need help. A lot of these companies, you got to email their support. They take days to get back. And guys, I know because I did it. And I, talked to these people, and I scouted around looking at these other companies because I want to see what they're doing. We're going to jump in the game. How can we make it better? So that's our strategy moving forward. That's a little bit of the update with the new facility. As far as the new facility itself coming, like I said, we got a lease on the way. We negotiated everything. We're just waiting for the attorneys to draft it up. Takes a little while, but it's going to be awesome. I mean, Yeti's going to have to probably fly here from the UK again. And
10-hour flight, man.
Yeah, 10-hour. Was it 10 hours?
Yeah, 10 hours to Florida.
Oh my God, he was so mad because we're on a budget. So I'm like, Yeti, how do you feel about coach? And he's like, don't put me in coach, man. Don't put me in coach for 10 hours, man. I'm like, I'm sorry, we might have to. And he's like, don't put me in, don't do that to me, man. So, but no, we'll see whatever the best option is. It was funny though. It was a funny conversation because the look on his face was priceless when we said, yeah, we're on budget, man. We might have to fly you coach. So the Mining King is doing very, very good things, guys, with nodes. We are going to have a node hosting service as well. We are now a Flux Labs partner. We have an agreement with Flux. We can't talk much about it, but we will be doing node hosting coming up. Right now, Yeti and King are spearheading that side. Me and GPU Risers are spearheading the other side for GPU hosting. So we're getting everything together. I can't wait to show you guys everything. The new facility is awesome, guys. It's 8,000 square feet, and we're gonna be expanding another 12, hopefully, if everything goes well. So I just wanted to do this video to let everybody know what our hosting strategy was and kind of give you guys an update on what's going on. I brought Yeti in because having him here on the technical side of things is awesome. So Yeti, do you have anything else you want to say to any potential clients, or anything new that you want to spill out from your end on the node stuff?
I guess we could briefly go over the new Terra system that we're developing.
Yeah, so, let's go over it.
Much in the same light as what we were doing with the Hawk facilities internal solution. It's basically that, and then dialed up even further.
Right, where a customer can log into the portal and see their stuff. Right.
Yeah, so we're going to have things like, the support ticket system will be in there, all your invoicing, bill payments will be able to be paid through the system.
Right.
We're working also on potentially, making sure that all of the metrics we can show, so like the facility metrics as well, so that all customers can see when we hit that magical 1 megawatt bracket that we've been so desperately wanting to get to. Right. Yep. So and also the bandwidth over each uplink. So
right.
We're gonna be very transparent about what we run, how we run it.
And our new website too is going to be posted. It's going to have the real-time data of our power usage, nodes operation, all that stuff. So guys, it's going to be awesome. Yeti has been putting in a lot of time. King has been putting in a lot of time. Me managing this facility and trying to get stuff together with the realtors and attorneys we're all putting in a lot of time. So
I think a good 16 hours a day at the moment, at least.
Yeah, they're long days, and then trying to keep up with YouTube and all that other stuff gets hard at times. But listen, we're doing it. We're gonna give you guys the best service we can. We want to be competitive, and we want you guys to feel secure that sending your stuff over, keep an eye on your stuff. I literally had a customer FaceTime me the other day, and he's like, hey man, like, do you mind just FaceTiming? Can I see my rigs? I just want to make sure everything's all right. And I'm like, sure, bro, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And he's like, dude, thank you so much. Like, you go above and beyond for make me feel comfortable. And this, I understand these people, they go with
one of the other reasons why we were talking about putting cameras in.
Right, putting the live feed cameras. Yeah, putting the live feed cameras.
So you can actually go, oh, look, there's my rig right there.
Yep, you can see everything. Yep, and like I live 5 minutes from my facility, right? So I'm able to drive here, fix stuff in a jiff. If Yeti's not able to do it while I'm sleeping, he'll wake me up. I'll get over here. And that the new facility is only 10 minutes away. So from me, but no, actually I timed it. It's 11 and a half. So, but it's not going to be far. So downtime is something we're going to stay on top of. The new facility, guys, has got a 5 megawatt backup generator, 4 megawatts worth of power, 2,000 amps already installed, ready to go. I mean, it's going to be insane. So guys, I really wanted to bring this to you. I'm going to end the video now. It's been about 22 minutes. I don't want to go forever, and I don't want to give away too much. I want to leave a little bit of mystery, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of confidence moving forward. Yeti's, look how thick his beard is getting. That tells you how hard he's working. Look at it. This was
clean shaven when I came to the States.
So guys, I appreciate it. I'm Mike. This is Yeti. We're out. And if you have any questions, hit me up in the email. Be happy to answer them. Take care, guys. Thank you.